We will now take a look at the low power modes available with the RA6M4 microcontrollers. From the datasheet, we can see that there are low power modes available, and from the user's manual, we can have a detail of what kind of low power modes are available. From chapter 10 of the main user manual, we can see that there are a few different types of low power modes available, such as the sleep mode, the software standby mode, the snooze mode, and also the deep software standby mode. From the datasheet, we can also take a look at the power consumption of these low power modes. For example, in the normal operations, the microcontroller current can be typically 20 to 30 milliamps, but when we put it to the sleep mode, it can reduce to about half, about 10 milliamps. It can further reduce to microamps range when put into the deep software standby mode. As usual, we start with a new project and select the evaluation kit board. The first step is to find the relevant stack for the low power mode and include it in our project. We go into the Stacks tab and click on the new stack. From the power menu, we select the low power modes. This will add one of the relevant stacks for our low power mode operations. Next, we have to do a little configuration for this stack, starting with the name. So we go to the General tab and change the name to LPM_sleep, and that changes the name of our stack. And as you can see, the low power mode is already selected as sleep mode, but you can change it to whichever mode you are trying to make out of it. So we keep the sleep mode and we save, and we generate the project content based on this. Then the next step is to change the code in the HAL-entry.c file of the source folder. We start by defining the sleep function. Once the function is defined, we will put the necessary codes. We refer to the Developer's Assistance menu. Under the low power mode stack, we can see the open function and the enter function. We're going to need these two functions to go into the low power mode. Once the function has been defined, we will put in the codes to run in the microcontroller. To start, we will write a delay function. This will delay the microcontroller about 10 seconds before it goes into the sleep mode. Next, we will call the low power function we have defined above. Once we have written our code, we will build the project. After that, we will connect the board to our computer through the debug port. And then we will upload the program to our microcontroller. We shall now try to run the code. Here is a small demo of the code running on the microcontroller and the measured currents. We will first connect the board with our computer through the micro USB port. The board will start operating in the normal mode, drawing the usual currents, and after 10 seconds it will go into sleep mode, which we can observe from the decrease in current. When we press the reset button, the board will go back operating in the normal mode. It will go on for about 10 seconds and then enter the sleep mode once again. And that's a very simple demo of a RA microcontroller operating in low power mode.